Hello and welcome to my abdominals and back video. My name is Jayne Nicholls and I'm a UK presenter. Now, the core theme of this video is awareness of all of the muscles that we use in the trunk for core stability, for balance and for everyday functional movement. Now, I know that core stability is one of the major themes and buzzwords in our industry at the moment, but I have to say, with all honesty, no matter how much I try and educate myself, I really am uncomfortable with taking the internal involuntary muscles such as the transverse abdominis and the multifidus, trying to isolate them and trying to strengthen them. So for my comfort and to make it easily understandable, today we are purely going to concentrate on awareness of the muscles. Now let me just read to you what some of these muscles do. External abdominal oblique. It supports the abdominal wall, it assists forced expiration, it aids resting, intra-abdominal pressure, and with the muscles of the opposite side, it abducts and rotates the trunk. The internal abdominal oblique supports the abdominal wall, assists forced respiration, aids raising intra-abdominal pressure, and with the muscles of the other side, abducts and rotates the trunk. Rectus abdominis flexes the trunk, aids forced expiration, and raises intra-abdominal pressure. Transverse abdominis supports the abdominal wall, aids forced expiration, raises intra-abdominal pressure, supports posterior wall of inguinal canal. Quadratus lumborum fixes the 12th rib during respiration, laterally flexes the trunk. Erectus spinous spinalis laterally flexes the spine. Erectus spina longissimus extends the spine. Transversospinalis multifidus extends the spine. Now, I'm no physio, I'm a fitness instructor, and it appears to me that they all work together to do very much the same thing. So let's start our workout. What I would like to do is go through ranges of motion of the spine, concentrate on awareness, technique, correcting imbalances, and basically making us more functional, healthier, happier human beings. So let's kick off. Let's stand in a comfortable position. So this is not necessarily functional, feet hip width apart, shoulders back and down. So what I'd like us to do is take a comfortable position. Pull your abdominals into your back, shoulder blades together. Just look at the natural curve of my spine. I'd like us to be in a neutral position. So that avoids overextending the lower back, and it also avoids a possibly more common slouching posture. So let's go from the floor upwards. At the ankle, relax the feet, get a nice balance between heel and toe. Pull up through the quads, a nice comfortable lock of the knee. Now when I say lock, I'd like you to think of it as a secure position to be in, as you would think of any other lock. It is putting something safe, it is making it secure. What I'd like you to avoid is hyperextension. If you want to make any of the exercises that I do here today easier, you will bend the knee. But for an optimum workout, I would like it to be locked straight. Pulling up through the quads, relax your buttocks. Most importantly, work from the inside out. Pull in those internal abdominal muscles that we actually can't see or measure. Shoulder blades together, back and down, and your chin is retracted so you have a nice posture. Not saying it's perfect, you can stand in your imperfect position, but you want to be secure and balanced. So let's go through the ranges of motion of the spine. First of all, breathing. Let's breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And again, in through the nose and out through the nose. Again. Nice long breathing. Now at no time during this video am I going to tell you to hold your breath or force your breathing in any way. I would like your breath to come deep down into your belly, in through the nose, out through the nose. I'd like it to be as natural as it is when you walk down the street. Okay, second thing, small bend of the knee, lift up and back. So what we're going to try to do now is just get some range of motion through the spine. Every time you do it, let yourself go, get a bit bigger. So you're curling forward and you're extending back. Couple more. Two more. One more. And relax. Now just roll the arms back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and then relax. Now lift up, squeeze back, slot your shoulder blades down. Up, squeeze, slot your shoulder blades down into your back. Now all the time, concentrate on what everything else in your body is doing. Abs are pulled into your back. Legs are long. Strengthen through the middle of the back. Everything that we do in a standing position, we'll do on the floor. We'll weight it. We'll make it harder. Now then, lateral flexion, over. And again, over. And again. That's good. Just laterally flex your spine. That is a function of the spine. It's a natural range of motion. So as I do more of these, I'll use my body weight to make it bigger. I'll push my hip out and my body weight will travel over to the other side. Let's do 4 more. Now 3. Ugh. Now 2. It looks easy. It's not. 1 more. Come up to straight, spinal rotation. Now use your arms for momentum. Try and keep your hips to the front of the room. Make sure that you use your head as well. Remember that your neck is a valuable part of the spine. Okay, come back to center. Now, contraction. Pull the abs together and release them. So we're going to try and join the 2 parts of the abdominals without the rest of the body. In and release. In. It's quite a sensual little movement. What you want to avoid is this. You will see people doing it with their shoulders. That was so ugly, I'm almost embarrassed. Now, just use your abs as if someone hits you in the stomach. So you'll curl together, then you'll extend the lower back. Curl. Extend. 1 more. Curl. Now just let your pelvis take over. Forward and back. Forward. This is always a winner no matter what class you're doing. It will always bring a smile to people's faces. And it's such a lovely thing to do. Now then, right to left. So we're laterally flexing again. Now you'll see some strange versions of this in your class as well. Anyone with rhythm will look fantastic. Anyone without, avoid them at all costs. Now then, rotate your pelvis round. So there's one more thing that's important when we're working our abs and our back, and that is the flexibility of our hip flexors and also our hamstrings. So the next range of motion will bring that into play. What I'd like you to do is just flex from the neck all the way down. Pull your abs into your back. When you've touched the floor, I want you to use your abdominals to pull you up. Stack every vertebrae in place. Now look up to the roof. Again, we're going through a range of motion of the spine. Let's go again. Down. Start at the neck. Drop the shoulders. And roll up. Pull into your abdominals. So you should be warming up nicely. I'll just do this one more time with a side view. Keep your abdominals pulled in. Fold over the top. My legs are not hyperextended. They're comfortably locked. I'm strong through the whole of my body. Now roll up. Okay, last time. You'll come down. And I want you to stay down this time and come to all fours. So now we're in a comfortable position to round the back. and release. Let's go again. Round the back and release. Round the back. Now release down. And again. So pull your abdominals right in, and then your back takes over. Pull in and release. Okay, last time. Really round your back up. Come down to arch, use the neck, and then come back to neutral. So what we've got in a neutral position is perfect balance between your abdominals and your back. So you've ironed out, like I said at the beginning, this or this as a slouch position. So let's make that a little bit more difficult. Sit back onto your heels. Take your hands down to your sides. Now we're using our body weight. You'll round your back, pulling up, and then your back will take over. Now your abs take over through contraction. You come back down. Let's go again. Up. And down. Up again. The only thing I've got to say here is thank God for fitness Pilates and fitness yoga, because at the end of the day it is really heightening awareness of what the core muscles are there to do. And I do think people's objective has gone from wanting a six-pack to something a little bit more important and logical. Okay, let's do that one more time. Okay, we're going to heighten our sense of balance, come back to all fours. What I'd like you to do is opposite arm and leg, and then swap. So if I had £1 for everyone that can't articulate opposite arm and leg, and they do the same arm and leg. So the polite way to change this is, if you were to do it with the same arm and leg and remain balanced, it's impossible. You would fall over. So if they're doing the same arm and leg, you can bet that they've got rotation, which kind of defeats the object. So let's do the same arm and leg. Now for us and for most of the general public, this becomes quite easy quite quickly. So how I would like to advance it is to take your body weight up. Please be careful not to hyperextend the elbows or shrug the shoulders. Pull the abs in to a nice neutral position. Now we'll take one leg off. Next long. We'll swap. So you've already advanced it and that's quite comfortable. Next stage. One arm and then the other. So one leg, the other leg. Important point, pull the abs into the back. Remain constant with your breathing patterns. Okay, relax. Now, let's start with some ab work. So you should be fully warmed up. We are going to mobilize the spine one more time. So I'd like your legs to be as long as possible, keeping a small bend on the knee. What I'd like you to do is to be able to mimic your standing position as much as possible. So if we bend the legs, you've got this. Whereas with a slight bend of the knee, you've actually got this. Remember to try and keep a neutral position all the time. So let's just move that back to lying. My neck's relaxed, my shoulders are down, my abs pulled into my back. So again, what I'm avoiding is this, and I'm also avoiding at this point pushing my lower back down into the floor, which is a very different thing to pulling my abs into my back. So let's start in a sitting position. I want you to massage every vertebrae into the floor. So you need good core control, good abdominal strength. It's a lot easier on the way down than it is on the way up. So every vertebrae. The bigger bones are in the lumbar region, and because that's a curve in the spine, it's a lot harder to get those vertebrae down before the thoracic spine hits. Okay, let's go back up. So you lead with the head, chin's retracted, shoulders are down. This should be quite a comfortable position, not a stress position. Shoulders up. Every vertebrae comes off. Have you noticed that my abs are pulled in, not pushed out? Should we go again? Here we go. Down, roll, roll, roll. Down. This is such a nice thing to do. What I'd like to do is point out some of the things that can go drastically wrong here if we're not aware. The first thing is that despite everyday motion, despite functional activity, which is anything from going to the toilet to gardening to do every daily activity, people tend to lock up their spine in this position. Now I know they don't do it in everyday activity, so this is something of a habit, bad practice, and general unawareness, if that's a word. So this is what I say: straight back, flop, thoracic hits. God, it's so unattractive. And then the worst thing is that at this point, the back will arch. They'll prepare with a straight spine, and then you've got, whoa, if they can get up at all. Second thing that I find wrong in this position is that people have been doing this for years, which is what we used to teach, tend to move from here. So they'll start and they'll go, and then there's nowhere you can go when the movement's initiated from the head. So just a finger on the head there will relax them slightly, giving them support around the feet with a strap or even holding on will help you manipulate the spine off the floor. Trust me, it can be done. I don't think I've trained one person that hasn't been able to re-articulate the way they move. Okay, let's go. One more. Making it harder, we'll take the arms out. Making it harder, we'll put the hands at the temples, which I find extremely difficult to do. Okay, last time, come up. Right then, one more thing to articulate the spine. Take the feet off. If you want to put the knees out, do. Otherwise, for fitness purposes, it's far more attractive to have them together. Round the spine. Now roll. This is something I choose to put in every now and then, largely because it's one of those exercises that if people can't do it, it's a little bit embarrassing, and it always ends in someone breaking wind during. I'm sorry, but it's true, and it is a living nightmare. You either end up red-faced or you can't stop laughing, and I've been there on both, which is a nightmare. So, lovely thing to do, give it them as homework. This is what happens if they arch the back. And then you've got this kind of thing trying to get up, which is a nightmare. So it's a fantastic way to find out whether people aren't articulating through the lower back. But again, it's your choice to put it in, and it is a Pilates move. Okay, let's come down. Ranges of motion through an abdominal curl. Let's have hands down, lift the head. We're going to go 4 counts up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down. 2. So you'll see I've got easy range, hard range, easy range at the top. So I've identified what a lot of people will do with these exercises as well, and that's that they'll avoid the hard range. So they'll come easy, 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 miss it, easy. That's just momentum that's getting me through the actual work there. So what I want to do is concentrate on the lumbar spine. We will go lumbar, 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 lumbar. Now that is hard. Lumbar, lumbar, lumbar. 2 more times, breathe in. One more time. Pull the abs in, maintain your breathing. 2 up, 2 down. Up, 2, down. Up, 2, down. Again, up, 2, down. And again, up, 2. Now, single curls, hands up. Remember, this is what we used to do, still a favourite. It's a range of motion. Okay, let's put in some oblique work. We're going to rotate. Round, 2, and down. Change side. Let's do singles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. I don't think we should neglect the fact that people still like to feel it. Now, 4 up, 4 down. 1, shoulders down. 4 down. 4 up. Oh, I'm almost fatigued. 2 up, 2 down. And again. 2 more. This is such an effort. 1 more. 8 single curls. We matrix our different ranges. Some hard, some easier. 3 more. 2 more. Let's take a double count rotation to the side. Use that arm to push yourself off the floor. The arm works as a pivot, so you've got a greater range of motion. Let's do 8 singles. 8. Four more. Now 3. Now 2. Here we go. Final matrix. 4 up. 4 down. 2 up. 2 down. Just lumbar. Single. Upper back. Rotate. Rotate the other side. Single rotations. 4, 3. Just so that you can see me in pain, we'll do that one more time. 4 up. Chin in. Pull those abs in. Work through the hard bit. Oh, God. 2 up, 2 down. Single. Now rotate on a double count. Push up, pivot. Get full range. Singles. 4, 3, 2. Take a well-earned rest. So the next bit that I'm going to do is train our abdominals through a static range. That's absolutely important if we're training for functional fitness, because at the end of the day, it's our abdominals and our back that keep us standing upright. They are constantly used in a static range. I'm just going to challenge that a little bit further. So, we'll lift up, 2, 3. Stay in a comfortable position, hold. Shoulders down. Now down. Just off the floor, stay and hold and breathe. Up for 4. Hold it, shoulders down. Down. Stay there. It works. You can make it harder by not going so high, by staying in the lumbar area, shoulders down. Down for 4. And rest. Oh. Here we go, next set. Up, 2, 3, hold it. Turn, turn, and down. Here we go. Up, 2, 3, 4, turn, turn, and down. So Jayne, how can we make that harder? Keep that going. We could hold on to something heavy, i.e. this very heavy ball. It also helps us control. Turn. Ooh. Turn. Notice I'm trying not to lose my neutral alignment at the lower back. Let's go again. Turn. Turn. And down. How can we make that harder? Lift. Oh. Turn. Turn. And down. Do you know what? I think I do slightly lose it on the way up. Let's give me one more chance. Up, 2, 3. It's hard. And again. And down. How can we make this harder? We can transfer it onto a stability ball. But at the end of the day, then you are training way advanced. For functional movement, I'm quite happy to keep it on the floor, but that is an advanced option, and many people in our classes do need advanced training at this level. Okay, let's move on. One more static exercise. I want you to come up to sit this time, and I want you to roll down to a comfortable position, a place that you can hold with comfort and good posture. Now, take your arms out. Take them up. Harder. Take them out. Keep those abs pulled in. Take them forward. Raise if it gets hard. Now rotate. And back. Come back. Take your feet off. Pull those abs in. I'm going to try and go a bit lower. Hold. Pull your abs in. Arms up. Shh. Arms out. Pull in. Keep breathing. Arms forward. I can feel it so much on my abdominals and my back. And it's a muscle fatigue, not a pain. That's what we want. Feet off. And release. Okay, let's go. Last thing. Just lengthen up to small cobra. Lengthen out the abdominals. They need it. We're nearly there. We're just going to do a small amount of back. Now, upper back. Arms out. Shoulder blades together, abdominals pulled into your lower back. I just want you to articulate the upper back and drop it down. Let's go. Up, 2, and down. I find this incredibly difficult. I've got a lot of people that don't because they're back dominant. I'm definitely abs dominant. Let's move this on. Lower back extension. And down. And again. And down. Just join in with the legs. You can do as many reps of these as you feel comfortable. And down. Try not to make this all buttock, although this does make your buttocks look lovely and firm. And down. Next position, we'll extend the arms. Pull the abs in. All the time, extend the neck. One more time. And down. So just to satisfy the static people, I would never choose to exercise via the plank. I cannot see the point. But what I do like is for shoulder stability, through a neutral posture, is to just move through static ranges. Seeing as my shoulder's far less stable than the rest of my body, I can see a great point in being able to control my body weight via these movements. Best view coming up. And down. So we can identify weaknesses here. For example, you'll see that I don't budge. I'm not top heavy on my hand in this position. However, when I come to this side, I'm shaking all over the place, far less stable. Okay guys, hope you've got a lot of food for thought there. Remember that what I'm feeding you is grey area. I'm feeding you a point of view, a perspective. I choose to tackle abdominals via awareness. Hope you got some exercises. See you later.